Ayy, look, yeah, ayy. I'm in the lab like Dexter, brand new batch he tested. I'm with all the extras, don't try and bitch, I'm pressure. I'm the type to step on steppers, I'm the type to step on steppers. I'm the type to step on steppers, I'm the type to step on steppers.
Go ahead and move on to this whole Aaron Rodgers situation before we close this episode out. The New York Jets did end up flying out to Aaron Rodgers to speak with his representatives. I did hear that things did end up going well. It's looking like right now the ball is in Aaron Rodgers' court, pretty similar to how we talked about him last episode. But I honestly, with this whole situation, I feel like I said, Aaron Rodgers is dragging this thing out.
Yeah, I mean, the Jets, they left the meeting feeling optimistic regarding the situation with Aaron Rodgers, and it feels like they're probably getting closer to what they're looking for in a quarterback. But, again, this is really just down to what Aaron Rodgers' preference is. Does he want to leave the Packers? Does he really want to call it quits? I doubt it because, I mean, he's on final year with loads of money to make with the Packers, so I really think it's just going to come down to, how much, interest does he have in elevating the Jets situation? Because if they can acquire a guy like Aaron Rodgers, that takes them up tenfolds. That takes them a lot, like tenfold. So, if they're able to secure him, Sauce Gardner, he's making plays for Aaron Rodgers. He's talking about, if you come here, that'll give us a chance to win the Super Bowl. A lot of guys from the Jets, they're interested in the idea of Aaron Rodgers coming in and being their quarterback. So it really just comes down to him. The ball's in his court. It's just dependent on what his motivation is and how much desire does he have to go over there and be the quarterback that they need and to elevate that roster. So I feel like we are, compared to last time we had this discussion about Aaron Rodgers and his 4-day hiatus in that dark room, I feel like now we're reaching towards the Jets potentially making that move. So I do see it being more of a 60 to 70% chance that he ends up going to the Jets. So,
man, I feel like it's a 95% chance. I'm hearing they're just hashing over contract details, how much Packers gonna pick up of his salary cap, what they gonna take, what they paying him. I'm hearing it's done, man. I'm hearing Sauce Gardner was on Twitch a couple hours ago with what's his face. Brees Hall and Garrett Wilson, they're talking about, a whole lot of packages, man. Once Rodgers comes, we getting Bakhtiari, you know what I'm saying? Lazard might come through, they talk about OBJ's a free agent. We want him too. The Jets, I feel like this might be some new life for Aaron Rodgers hearing all this stuff. He got some young pieces on that offense, and if they can secure OBJ on that offense and get his old buddy back, Bakhtiari, why not? Why not pull the trigger and go over there try to win a Super Bowl for the Jets? Hey, if he wins the Super Bowl for the Jets, what are people gonna say about Aaron Rodgers after that? He's gonna be celebrating in New York like he one of the top guys ever in New York. They're gonna celebrate him every single day if he goes to the Jets and wins the Super Bowl the first year. Come on, I feel like it's done deal, man. Packers, what's it been? 19 years?
Something like that.
19 years, what? 16 as a starter?
Yeah.
You can see the pain in his eyes.
Marriage is done, He's coming to the other side of the town, man. He's ready to go. So, man, I'm excited. I'm excited about it. I really do want to see Aaron Rodgers in another uniform, see how he performs with another young team. You're on mute. All right, no, he's good. Perform with a young team with some pieces. Super excited, especially in the AFC with a lot of top quarterbacks. So, can't wait to see that happen, man. Can't wait to see that guy out of my goddamn NFC division too.
Yeah, man. I'm not gonna sit here and act like Abdi's like happy with any of this. Like I can see the pain in his eyes. That's why I'm laughing right now because at the end of the day, I know he doesn't want Aaron Rodgers to leave because you're going from Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love in that whole dysfunctional organization and the situation that they're in. So.
Who knows, bro? You might have that same effect where Jordan Love steps up. It might be that Geno Smith effect. He comes in 4,000.
Out of all the people to reference, why Geno Smith, bro?
But he lost
you talking like Geno Smith? Are you talking about Jordan Love's been on the bench for 10 years, bro?
Come on. Wait, I don't know, man. Jordan Love, he can step into that Packers team. We did see some shades of him playing good. I do want to see a lot more of him and Christian Watson link up. I feel like that's his name, right?
Yeah, Christian Watson.
Okay, I thought it was Christian Rodgers, but it's Christian Watson. But yeah, I feel like they might have a connection next year. So we'll see what happens.
I mean, to be honest, bro, like I said in our last episode, this guy's just dragging this entire thing out, man. And honestly, I feel like retirement should be the best option. But the New York Jets aren't half bad. They're one of the teams that just need a replacement at quarterback because of course they're going to be moving on from Zach Wilson, and they can't go into next season with Mike White because I think towards the end of the season they lost a handful of games when they were still in playoff contention with him leading the way along with Joe Flacco and a little bit of sprinkling in Zach what was it
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson. Yeah, too many W's in that team, bro. So but for Aaron Rodgers, I do believe this would be a good situation for him. With the Jets organization feeling optimistic and comfortable and content with the conversation that they had with the representatives. The pretty much like I said, the ball's in his court, and I just at the end of the day, one, I want this guy out of my division as soon as possible. That way, there's no hope for the Green Bay Packers in terms of them, winning the division. Because at the end of the day, people said the same thing coming into this last season where, we still have Aaron Rodgers, so we're going to win that division easily. The Minnesota Vikings are still no threat. Without Aaron Rodgers, there's no winning the division anytime soon. So, one, for being that, and then two, him seeing Aaron Rodgers in a different situation outside of Green Bay and seeing if he can have a different type of effect on a franchise, kind of similar to what Brady did with Tampa Bay, going to a team that has an elite defense and has a young receiving core and an up and coming running back in Brees Hall coming off an ACL injury. So, do I believe that if Aaron Rodgers goes to the New York Jets, that it elevates them to Super Bowl contenders? Not necessarily. I feel like at the end of the day, you still got to run into teams like Patrick Mahomes. You still got to run.
Wait. We talking like Rodgers is an up. These guys had 7 wins this year, and they had 3 different quarterbacks in rotation. Rodgers on one hand is better than all those quarterbacks combined.
Oh, not 100%.
And we're saying that these guys are not going to stop.
You gotta match it.
They were competing with the Bills with Mike White and what's his face, Zach Wilson. We consider the Bills one of the best teams in the AFC. Yes or no?
100%. They are.
Come on, you put Rodgers on that team. I know they have another top pick this year, and you just add the offensive weapon.
I mean, what is the compensation? Have they released the details of what's the compensation for trading Aaron Rodgers?
I know they won a first-round pick.
I mean, they might just get the Jets' first-round pick this year if they have one. I'm not too sure where they're picking at. They might get that. Maybe a couple more picks. But I don't think the package should be hefty for Aaron Rodgers.
He's 39.
He's 39 on I believe the last year of his contract with Green Bay. At the end of the day, you could potentially just wait out and try to get him in free agency the next year if he's still willing to return to play football. But I do like the Jets striking while the iron's hot. They see that there's a quarterback that's available in the market, and they're going to go ahead and grab Aaron Rodgers. Now, when I went on my whole rant about Lamar Jackson, the reason why I didn't end up, slandering them is simply because they're going after another guy that's one of the top quarterbacks in this league, Aaron Rodgers. So they're trying to put themselves in a position to be a Super Bowl contending team, unlike the Baltimore Ravens and all those other 5 teams that dropped out of the race. So, the Jets putting themselves in this position is great, but they're just dragging this whole thing out. I don't know if a team in the NFC wants to go grab Aaron Rodgers, and if they're, I don't think there's a better situation other than the Jets from the teams that are in the NFC. But if Aaron Rodgers ends up staying in the NFC, he's probably still be the second best quarterback after Jalen Hurts. But it's a good fit for him. But at the end of the day, he's just dragging this whole thing out. He should have had his decision made coming out of that dark room for 4 days, and with a clear mind and clear soul, pretty much you should know where you want to go. But to speak on the Packers, once they move on from Aaron Rodgers, this is going to be a lot of down years, man. They got to hope that the transition from Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love is similar to what they had in recent history with Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers. But I personally don't end up seeing that happening. But Jordan Love does have the minerals, to be a solid quarterback in this league. He sat under Aaron Rodgers for a couple of years now, and the Packers aren't the prettiest situation, so they're probably going to keep a lot of the guys they have right now. They restructured Aaron Jones's contract, and Christian Watson is still there, and Alan Lazard's a free agent. It's looking like he's on his way out, but you could replace a guy like Alan Lazard, so it's not like he's like a wide receiver 1 or anything like that. The guy they can't replace is Devontae Adams. They'll probably never replace him within the next maybe 5-7 years. But good situation for Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. Of course, we'll have more news on him maybe in a couple of weeks' time when free agency opens up. I believe it opens up next week on Monday. So a lot of deals will be flying off the table, and of course, like I said, we'll be right here to talk about it.
Record a new hit, then we making us a film. Wouldn't sign a deal if I got a couple mil. Been in the lab, now they throwing out deals. Being out late, now that's overkill.